of these gangs originate in the California prison system, and it spreads throughout the country.
Okay.
So, you know, there's a California, La M, and then they branched out, and there was Arizona, La M, and these are Chicanos, Mexican Americans, not like the original Mexican mafia, like the cartels out of Mexico. And some people do confuse that.
Okay.
Now, I mentioned that Wildman was opening the door to a lot of relationships with gangsters because he's just so loud. And wherever he goes, he attracts this eclectic group of people. In these apartments, he's got like transvestite Native Americans in one corner, Russian mafia over here, Chicano gang members over here, gangbangers over here, street prostitutes. It's just this eclectic mix of people. Everyone's on ecstasy and everyone's getting along and telling each other their life stories and shit. It's crazy. So anyway, we were at an apartment party in a complex in Tempe called Rancho Murrieta. This was a huge complex. So we had multiple apartments in there where we could party at, where we could store ecstasy, where we could do deals out of, etc. And we were in one of those apartments, and everyone was just chilling out, people smoking weed, listening to rave music, people on ecstasy, having a good time. I'm there to supply the ecstasy, and this Mexican-American guy comes in, and he's supplying the weed and the coke. And because we're the suppliers, we hit it off and we start talking. So a policeman walks in, a Tempe policeman, and he goes, I could smell weed from outside, nobody moved. And the guy I'm speaking to just pulls out a gun, points at the cop, goes, the only one who's not leaving is you, motherfucker. Everybody run. So we all run off into the night. Now, I've never seen heavy before, so I'm crapping myself. I go to one of the apartments where we've got people in there selling pills for us. And we're hearing the sirens, we're hearing the helicopter coming, and we're all like, shit, what are we going to do? Should we flush our pills or what? We're going to get busted. But there was also like so many people at that apartment party, we were hoping that the cop kind of would recognize us, maybe if we got round the door. So while we're debating whether to flush our stuff, all of a sudden, French window, bang, 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 bang. Is it the cops or what? So we look through the window, and it's the Mexican-American guy, and he's like, let me in. So he schooled us right away. He said, look, turn the lights off, turn the TV off, you don't need to flush your drugs, they're not going to get in, they don't have a warrant, they can't get the warrant that quick, there's too many apartments, they knock on the door, just don't answer it. Yeah, we were all thinking he's full of shit, they're probably going to knock the door down in a second. But it did pass. They came and knocked, and they went on and knocked next door, and they went on their way. So we have a tense situation in this place, we're laying low. And at the end of the night, he says, look, you and your friends protected me and my brothers have got your back. And I had no idea what that meant. So, a few months later, he says, one of my brothers wants to meet you. I go over to the street, there's all these lowrider, showcase cars on the road, go to the door, brother answers the door, got no hair, he's just looking at me, scrunching his face, you know, he's just pale, skinny English guy, all of a sudden, I imagine that's what he's thinking. And I got talking. And then he starts buzzing off my accent. He's like, damn, you talk funny. Guess you are funny. Come in and meet my homies. They got the biggest TV I've ever seen in my life. They've got a little TV showing all the comings and goings on the street outside. In case the cops are coming, they're going to know in advance. And then I did a double take because on top of the TV, I'm like, alright, I've seen one of them before. Hold on a minute. Yeah, it was in a Rambo movie. They got a rocket-propelled grenade launcher on top of the TV. Yeah. So I knew they were lethal people. I didn't fully understand that they were the New Mexican Mafia until years later when they were on the news. And
I should be able to send the
I
search.
go over to
Wait a
brother's
minute.
house. I'm dropping the Mexican-American guy off, and the
Incoming
whole neighborhood is
transference
flagged down.
Marine, something big is headed your way.
Police are out with light ones guiding the traffic, and they're all being brought out by the feds and the SWAT team. News headlines that night: the New Mexican mafia, most powerful mafia in Arizona at the time, killed witnesses, trying to kill police, trying to kill the head of the Department of Corrections. And I would have got caught in that raid, basically, if I'd been there a little bit earlier. So yeah, that's how I knew they were the guys who had my back.
Wow, that's pretty incredible, the fact that you were mixed up with those guys. And at what point, where were you when you saw all this going down? Had you already been locked up at that point? Where were you?
I started getting the ecstasy out of LA in the 1990s, around 96, 97. By 98, 99, the people are bringing the ecstasy over from Holland. Sammy the Bull, he got SWAT team raided and arrested a year or two before me. I got arrested on May 16, 2002.
Can you explain to me what it was like the day you finally got busted?
Okay, Marine. I'm receiving your signal from the communication relay.
Falling low, and she taught me out of the importation.
The
And
teleporter's
I
warming
thought
up.
I'd got away with it.
It should only take
I was
a few
naive
minutes
to
to
the
get
statute of limitations whereby cops got me captured drugs.
Watch your back.
All it takes is someone from your past within a 7-year period
The energy
to
wave.
tell them they've done a transaction with you.
Your way.
So 10 witness statements were given to the police. I've enrolled in college, I'm studying Spanish, I'm trading the stock market online. Wake up early for the stock market open, and all of a sudden, bam, 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 bam on the door. Tempe, please, we've got a warrant. So I go up, look out the people, it's blacked out. I'm wondering, alright, are these people pretending to be the police, found out where I live and trying to rob me, or are they really the cops? So I run to the front window, peep out, and the whole building is surrounded. Police marksmen, police vehicles, more cops come stomping up the stairs. Girlfriend's in the bedroom, go through. We're like, alright, we better let them in. So we get halfway through the living room. Door just flies off the hinges. Hands above your heads. Get on the ground now. Don't move. So there was a detective that I've called Detective Reed in my book Party Time, and he just points me up by the top. He's like, English Dawn, you're a big name from the raid scene. I know this raid is gonna justify the charges, you know, we've been after you for years. Basically gotcha, you know. So I'm still in this naive state of mind thinking, alright, yeah, raid my house. Here's the combo for the safe. There isn't any drugs in here. Thinking, they find no drugs, they gotta release me. But once we got to after we went through the Tempe jail process, we went over to the county jail, to Sheriff Joe Arpaio's notorious jail system, and the intake is called a horseshoe formation of cells that you go through. You're in there for days. Subterranean, you don't know if it's day or night, other than the heat rising and falling against the walls.
I'm showing the teleporter there at
During
75%.
the going through the horseshoe, you get your paperwork, so you go to the counter, there's a woman behind it, and she gave me my charges, and she gave me my bail bond, and that was $750,000 cash only on one charge alone, which was conspiracy, which I didn't understand at the time.
How old were you?
I think I was about 32, 33.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the horseshoe, me and my co-defendants are all nonplussed about what they're actually going to charge us for, what evidence they've got. You see a judge, and you plead your case, and he was having none of it with us. And then at the end of the horseshoe, you get your classification, and they send you to a cell in a county jail. So most of the co-defendants were assigned to minimum security, and in the beginning, me and Wildman were assigned to medium security. So there's quite a few ended up in medium security, but I was housed separately from them because of the nature of the case. They didn't want me being around my co-defendants, influencing them and stuff like that. So by the time I get to Towers Jail, I know nobody in there. And the Aryan Brotherhood skinhead guys are just running wild. And they come right away and they're like, hey, we want a word with you, get in that cell over there. You can't say no to these guys and they're just going to smash your head into the wall. So I go in the cell, they close the door behind me, the biggest one gets in my face. What are your charges? What are your charges? Charging on a printout from the jail, it's all legal terminology. Like I said, I'm new to this game and I don't understand what it means, so I give the crappiest answer in the world. I don't know what charges mean. They did not like that one bit. Now they're going against the wall like, what do you mean you don't know what your charges mean? You and Chomo? I don't even know what Chomo is.
Right.
So, in the end, it's National Geographic did a documentary about the story on Lockwood Road, Raven, Arizona. But what they didn't show was, in the end, in that scene, I pulled out my charge sheet. They want to see your paperwork. They saw us in for drugs. That's acceptable. Nearly everyone in prison is drug related. They saw my bail bond was $750,000 cash only. They loved that. Whoa. They were like, God damn, you kill. You guys the mafia or what? And I'm like, no, just raves, ecstasy, blah blah blah. You know, you shouldn't really talk about your case when you go to jail. I give that out on prison survival advice videos now, but I had no clue on day one, and I was fearing for my life if these guys were going to attack me.
At what point was the roaches? When was the roaches and the sweaty and the skin like falling off, like because it was so soggy?
All right, I spent an extremely long time fighting my case. I got the lawyer and the Mexican mafia guys recommended to me, and because I wasn't cooperating, because I wouldn't sign a plea bargain, the prosecutor pulled out every dirty trick in the book, including criminalizing my girlfriend when she couldn't visit me. So as it's going along, I'm also in court. When we go to court, all my co-defendants, I get to meet them. So me and Wildman, you know, we're like, all right, we've got a united front now. My lawyer is the lead lawyer. Nobody needs to cooperate. Don't sign this thing called Exhibit A. They were giving everyone saying you work for Sean Atwood in the Atwood Enterprise. And it was just really pissing the prosecutor off. And in Sammy the Bull's case, I think 57 people arrested with him, and they all cooperated quite quickly. Now, I'd built like a tight crime family kind of thing, not a mafia crime family, a rave crime family, you know. We're talking cuddle puddles and Vicks inhalers, not Joe Pesci style, you know, killing people in the boots of cars like that.
Right.
But we were all a very tight-knit family of misfits that had come together in this community. So only 4 people cooperated in my entire case, which was phenomenal.
Okay, Marine.
So the prosecutors were frantic, my lawyer saying they've got a flimsy case, they missed the boat, they don't have any drug evidence against you, it's just the testimony of these people.
It only take a few minutes.
Uncle speaking on behalf of the ex-cop, saying, wow, this is going great.
Watch your back.
Prosecutor, she sabotages the hearing.
I'm seeing disruption from
The
the
judge
energy wave.
doubles my bond
There are things
to
moving your way.
$1.5 million cash only. Now, when your bond goes over $1 million, you're automatically reclassified from medium security over to maximum security, which was mostly murderers. And I ended up in a cellmate with a Christian there, chemist. So, go over to Max, 2 in the morning, been in like prison transportation all day, and sitting in holding cells and whatnot, pretty tired. And I get to the cell in the Madison Street jail, walk in, and it's a 2-man cell, and I see my cellmate asleep on the top one at the back. I'm thinking, that's a bit weird, wonder why he's not on the bottom bunk, where I come from. people fight over the bottom bunk. So I was thinking something's not quite right. Walking a little bit more. Something drops off the ceiling and bounces off my shoulder. I'm like, what was that? And I'm looking around at the walls and the ceiling. I can see this strange movement, like a swirl effect. I think my eyes are playing tricks, tripping. So I put my face right up to the wall to see what was going on. And it was absolutely covered in American cockroaches. About the size of an almond nut. And they were just coming out of holes in the wall. The bunk where I was supposed to sleep at, there was like these brackets attached to the wall. They were just pouring out inches away from the bunk. And I'm thinking, you know, I've got used to the violence by now, but how am I going to deal with this? How am I going to get to sleep? So I'm noticing my cellmate, he's got like this hood around him, this white sheet, and a breathing hole, so he looks like the mummy. So I got on the bunk, wrapped myself up in the sheet. But this is the Sonoran Desert. Almost 120, 130 degrees on your scale, almost 50 degrees on our scale. And if you wrap yourself in the sheet, it traps that hot earth in your body. And you've already got all these bleeding and itching skin infections and bed sores because there's hardly any earth itself. But the only time it works is when the county health inspector walked through the building. So, you're so itchy and your skin's so soggy though, sweaty, scratch yourself, clumps of your own skin comes off under your nails. So, you're compressed in this sheet around you, and all the sweat's just driving you insane, and in the end you're like, you throw the sheet off, just let them crawl on you. Now fortunately, they don't bite. They start out tickling your feet, your limbs. To this day, if anyone tickles my hands, I flinch, because I woke up some nights and tickling my hands. Get on your face, mouth, nose. The favourite place of all is going in your ears to eat your earwax. It's like honey to them. I mean, yeah, I would rip a piece of towel and make it a cloth to wash my face. And sometimes I'd dig in my ears and get the earwax out, and I'd put it somewhere to dry. And the cockroaches would get on the flannel and they'd be like pulsing on the earwax, just sucking the earwax up. So that was the special treat. Now, this was constant 8 at night was lockdown. All the prisoners go back to the cells. Guards lock the doors. Shut them there. 10 lights out. Just before the lights go out, the cockroaches line up the cracks in the wall, doing this movement with that antennae sticking out, like an army waiting to invade. Then as soon as the lights go out, that's it. They just flood the room. So over time, you know, you've got all these fungal infections on your skin, and so over time you just accept it. I woke up, you know, constantly with them tickling me, going on my face, on my mouth, and you kind of, in the end, you're rebelling against it. You're going days and days without sleep, and they have to put me on some medication. But you learn to be at peace with your cellmates, whether they are humans or insects in the long run. Otherwise, you're going to do yourself in psychologically. So I learned all of their characteristics. If you start like slapping a sandal down on one, it releases a chemical smell, and these warrior ones come running under your cell door. If they manage to lay their eggs, which are in a piece of a worm, it looks like a piece of a worm, and they'll attach that to your bunk, or they'll attach that to one of your books. If you don't notice it, when that thing bursts open, all of the little ones come out. They're all over the place as well then. Some prisoners were doing cockroach races, gambling on the winner. If you try and drown them, they just pretend that they're drowned. They get into this position, but they're actually holding oxygen to themselves. They're just crafty little bastards. I saw white ones that like albino ones. But yeah, I mean, I just watch it in the end and just laugh at them. And I would cement toothpaste, all the cracks in the walls. I remember one time I cemented my whole cell and I was so proud of myself. The smell mint and fresh. They had this Sheriff Joe Ohio gave us a page called Nerve Fresh, and years later, it was I think he was buying it from China or something. Years later, there was like it was learned there was like antifreeze in it and all this kind of shit. Yeah. So that night that I sealed the whole cell up, and I was at peace. The guards come, roll up, Atlas, moving into another cell. I didn't have any toothpaste left, and that cell's even worse with the cockroaches from the cell that I'd left. I tried to meditate at night in my black and white striped trousers, pants. I tuck them into my pink shorts, sit on some books, get in the position. And I've got my trousers stuck into my socks so that they can't, start crawling up my legs. I'm just a few inches away from the wall, and they're all over the wall behind me. But when you're asleep, when you're trying to sleep on that bunk, the bunk is like inches away from the wall. So they're just there, right in front of your face, all night long. So I was in that maximum security facility for another year after my first year. I spent my whole second year, a year and 2 months, in the maximum security Madison Street jail, which was, completely cockroach infested. So I had to learn to harmonize with the insects.
And this was in Arizona still?
Oh yeah, all my time was done in Arizona. Yeah, it was a state offense. The feds dropped it.
Now you talk a lot about a guy named Two Tonys.
Yeah.
Is that where you met him?
No, I met him in the prison system.
Okay.
So jail is where you are on remand, which means in America that you're unsentenced. So it's very.
Nice work, man.